I love the word imagination. Dreams are only dreams. Imagination flowing into action is reality.
Don Starkell talked to his two young sons about taking them on a canoe trip. That idea turned into the longest canoe trip in history.
It's the kind of trip most people only dream about. A journey from the cold of Canada to the warmth of Brazil, all by water.
Finally, we were able to look over the Gulf of Mexico. What I saw made me sick with fear.
On May 1st, 1982, father and son, Don and Dana Starkell, made it into the Guinness World Book of Records.
All aboard for the Amazon Hotel. Those were the last words his friends would hear in nearly 2 years.
Don is just the most interesting guy I've ever met. He has confidence in himself. I mean, I think confidence is one of the most important things, really. I mean, I know it is. It's pretty much what takes people as far as they go, really. I mean, just that cop incident the other day.
I stole an umbrella for the first time in my life from a fat cop.
All of a sudden we see this big fat sheriff's officer sitting there with a notepad taking information. I'm like, man, we don't want to be moving because another campsite after not even really seeing one for 40 miles is not a good situation.
The Forde doesn't want y'all out here on the property.
The first thing they say to you ever been shot at? And I stupidly said to him, yeah, at least 15 times. I think I scared the hell out of the policeman. And Dana said, you shouldn't say things like that. But when we started the trip, I listed, you know, what were the type of things that were going to be the hardest to endure. First off, I think I said weather, insects and bugs, water supplies. But as I got further in the trip, didn't take very long, man went right to the top of the list, and man was our biggest fear.
You know, once you're in Honduras, it's a whole different situation. I mean, there was, you know, civil wars going on there. There was, you know, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Remember, that's still 20 years ago. You know, there was a lot of upside down happening in Guatemala at that time. You know, the British were pulling out, and there was revolutionaries and God knows what.
How far could I go without being stopped? And what was my breaking point going to be?
He was driven to get to his goal, one, and two, that he was just teaching his son, you know, that you do have to go through these hardships, and then I guess, you know, life is life and death, constantly.
They yelled at us, Ploma o vida, lead or life.
At that time, the thing went through my mind. Well, there's absolutely no doubt Jeff made the right decision.
Like, this was my idea, and that's the part that got me more than anything. Why Dana? She was so young. And we were on our knees, elbow to elbow, and the guy was pleading and crying, and he was saying, please let me kill him now. There was going to be a gun blast. I was waiting for a thud, and that was my life was gone.